Okay. So you have to simplify this thing, right? So the first thing you should do is when they're asking you to simplify these rational expressions, let me actually put this page where the answers are. So then after that you can see how I did it. So the first thing you should do is what? Simplify, right? So this is what? Well, you can simplify the 9 and the 63. That's going to be -1 over 7, right? And then x2 and x1, this is x to the first. So this is answer. And of course, the excluded value have to be 0, because if you have 0 in the denominator, then that will give you undefined, and you don't want that, right? Second situation. Let's see what we can do here. 32r, you can factor the 28 on the denominator, and you have r minus 1. Can you simplify something here? I don't think so. Maybe the 28 and the 32 only, right? So this is 8 times 4 times r, right? And then you have here the 28, which is 7 times 4 is 28, r minus 1. So that 4s, they cancel, so you have 8r over 7r minus 7, or 7r minus 1. It's up to you. And then you cannot put 1 in the denominator, right? So all the values will be excluded except all values can be the answer except 1, because if you put 1 in the denominator, you get 0. And that will create an undefined situation. So the main is all real numbers except 1, right? 2, you need to do the same thing. Let's see if you can factor here something. So you can factor 10b, that's the GCF. Then you have b plus 3. Here in the denominator, I have 15b, I can factor out. And I have b minus 2, right? Yep. So I can cancel the b's, and I can well, this is 10 over 15, right? So this is the same as 2 times 5, 3 times 5, they cancel. So this is 2b plus 3, 3b minus 2. That's it. Done. What are the excluded values? Well, the excluded value cannot be, b cannot be equal to 2, and also b cannot be equal to 0, right? Because if you put 0, everything will be division by 0, so b cannot be 0 either. 4. The GCF here is what? N, right? For numerator. N square minus 3n minus 40. And then this thing is what? N minus 5, n plus 6. Right? And in the top, let's see if we can factor that further. So we have n minus 8, n plus 5, right? So that give me that thing, right? And then on the bottom, I have n plus 6, I'm sorry, n minus 6, n plus 5. So the n plus 5 cancel with that. So you have n minus 8 over n minus 6. So the denominator cannot be equal to 6. So n cannot be equal to 6, n cannot be equal to -5, right? You should be able to know how to do that. So that's easy, right? Here, well, you can cancel that 2 with a 3, so you get 21, right? 3 times 7 is 21b, and you have b cubed on the denominator, so you can cancel that out. So that would be 2b squared. B cannot be equal to 0, right? And that's it. That's how you simplify that one. 6. Well, you have a long expression here, right? So you have to do here the keep chain flip for number 6. So number 6 is going to be n plus 10, n plus 9, n plus 4. I'm going to keep this, right? Keep, change, division to multiplication, flip. Now the denominator is going to be the numerator. And this is over 1. So this cancels. And what's left over? Well, what's left over is this n plus 10, n minus 9, and then in the denominator you have n plus 9. So what is the undefined situation? The undefined situation will be -9, right? before you flip it, that would be, I'm sorry, 9. 9, sorry. -9 is one of the answers, right? Because if you put -9 here, that will give you division by 0. And -4 is also one of the solutions. They cannot be the answer, right? Because if you put -4 here, that would be 0 too. So you cannot do that, right? So that's it. That will be the solution for this problem. Okay, so that's 6, 7. You have to do key chain flip again here, right? So we're gonna keep the first term the same, then we're gonna flip, right? So this is gonna be n minus 8, and then the denominator is gonna be n squared minus 9n plus 8. So you need to factor that out, right? So 1 minus 4 times n minus 8, and if we factor this out, this is gonna be n minus 8, n minus 1, right? So that's gonna be positive 8. So this cancels out, and you get 1 over n minus 4, n minus 1, so n cannot be 1, it cannot be 4, right? And let's see. Let's see what's missing here. So we did keep, change, flip, right? So that's gonna be n squared minus 9, and that's gonna be n minus 8 minus 9. Okay, that's positive 8, that's negative 9. That works. 1 over n minus 4, n minus 1. Oh, I made a mistake here. Sorry about that. This one stays as it is, as I said before. And then this is n minus 8. And then here is, I need to factor this. I'm sorry, I don't need to flip that because this is not division. So I can have n minus 8, sorry about that, n minus 8, n minus 1. So that's the number that you're looking for. So here we have n minus 8. So this cancels anyway. So you get n minus 1, n minus 4. So n cannot be 8, and it cannot be 4, right? So those are the values that they're excluded values that they're asking, right? These are the excluded values, right? Sorry about that. Don't flip when you have multiplication, only flip when you have division, okay? Now, this thing, next number. 8, right? The next number is 8? Okay, 8. So here I need to flip. So this is fact GCF 8 plus 10, right? And then here we have 40. So this is 8 times 5. So you can cancel this already, right? If you want. And then you flip, this is going to be 8 plus 3. And then in the denominator is going to be 8 plus 10, 8 plus 3. Right? Because that gives you that binomial. Right? You flip this. So this is going to be 8 plus 3. And this is going to be the denominator. So you need to factor here. This one you need to factor. You know how to factor trinomials. I'm not gonna go over that because you should know how to factor trinomial at this point. So then you can cancel this with this, right? And then you have what's left over. You have 8 plus 10, and then in the denominator you have 5. 8 plus 10 cancel too, right? Cancel 8 plus 10 here, and then we have 1 over 5. Now, what should be excluded? Negative 10 should be excluded. And so that means a cannot be negative 10 and it cannot be negative 3. So those values, the answer, because that will create division by 0, right? Okay, so 9, I want you to simplify. So we have addition, right? But we're lucky because we have the same denominator. So that means that this is going to be x minus 5y plus x plus 2y, and over the same denominator, right? So this is 15x squared y. So we combine like terms. So this is going to be 2x minus 3y. And then we have here 15 x squared y. I mean, there's nothing I can factor in the numerator, so I'm gonna leave it like that. So what creates division by 0? X cannot be equal. Well, they didn't ask for that, so that's good. So that's it. That's the answer. Next, here, again, you have the same denominator, so you're lucky. You see that? You have the same denominator, so this is b squared minus ab plus 15. And then I need to combine the top, right? So that's going to be b minus 3. This minus is going to be distributed twice. So this is going to be b minus b disappears, right? So b minus 3 minus b plus 4. You need to distribute this sign twice. And then the denominator is b squared minus ab plus 15. Cancel, cancel. So that's going to be 1 over. So regardless what you do in the denominator, even you factor, that's not gonna make any difference. You cannot cancel anything, so you can just leave it like this. So that would be the answer, this part right here, right? There's nothing you can do over there. And that's exactly what they have, right? 11. Again, you have the same denominator, so you're lucky. You don't need to do anything here. So this is what? 6x cubed, right? Minus 18x squared minus 24x. And then the top is x plus 3 minus, this minus is 2 times, right? So that's going to be negative x minus 1. The x's they cancel. And then this is going to be 2. Maybe you can factor an 2 here to simplify with a number on the top. But the GCF here between 6, 18, and 24 is 6. And the x here, right? So this is going to be x squared minus 3x. And here it would be 24, right? So can you factor this out? Doesn't matter, you can factor this out. The only thing you can simplify is the top, right? This thing with a 6. So you get 1 over 6 by 2 is 3, right? And we have 3x, x squared minus 3x minus 4. Can you do anything else here? No. What they did is they distribute this back, right? That's all they did. You don't need to do that, right? You don't need to do that because doesn't matter if you expand it or you leave it like that. You cannot simplify further. So that's the answer. 12. Now this time you don't have the same denominator, so you have to make them the same. So here you have this situation, right? So in order to make them the same, the numbers, you need to multiply here by 2. Here you need to multiply here by 3. So now the numbers are the same. Now you need to multiply u, one more u to get u squared, and you need to multiply here by b. So now you have the same denominator, right? So if you multiply the denominator by those numbers, you need to multiply the numerator also by those numbers, right? So that means this is happening, right? So this is going to be 12ub, that's the common denominator, and the top it will be 12u, or 12b, I'm sorry, plus 12ub squared. So now you ask yourself this question, what is the GCF? Well, the GCF between these two is 12b. So this is going to be 1 plus u b over, this is 12 by the way, okay? And you have 12 ub squared. So now this simplifies. And then this simplifies. So you get 1 plus ub over u squared, right? And that's it. That's the end of the problem. 13. Let me erase this top because I need space. 13, you need to multiply here. Well, you need to do the GCF here, right? So the GCF of that, there is 2x plus 5. So I need to multiply this denominator by x plus 5 to get the same denominator. So I need to multiply here by x plus 5 and the same here by numerator x plus 5. And that's it. You get the same denominator after that, right? So this is going to be 3x plus 5 plus 5x plus 2. This is 2x plus 5 which is the same as that, right? So then this is 3x plus 15 plus 5x plus 2. Please, when you in the class, please try to pay attention to, okay? Because sometimes you need to watch the videos on your own and you need to do your homework on your own too. I cannot do this all the time for you. You have to be able to do your own stuff by yourself. If you have trouble in the school, then you can ask me after the school, okay? I don't mind to do this, but you have to work on your own too. So this is 2x plus 5, right? And that's it. Or you can expand it. That will give you the same result, okay? 14. So 14, you need to find common denominator, right? So you need to factor this out. If you factor that out, you're gonna get k and k. It's gonna be the same sign, and then the only numbers that will make it is 4 and 2, right? So that will be this expression right here. But that's not gonna make common denominator, right? So what you need to do, well, you can do two things here. The first thing you can do is you can leave this as it is. And since when we factor this out, we get k minus 4, k minus 2, you can simplify this before you find common denominator, and you get this. Okay? Now you can find common denominator, which is these two together, basically. Or you can multiply here by k minus 4, k minus 4, and this is k minus 4, k minus 4. Actually, I don't need, yeah, I'm sorry, I need to multiply here by 5k, right? This is 5k because I need to make them the same, right? So this is 6 times k minus 4 minus 5k over 5k, k minus 4. So this is 6k minus 24 minus 5k all over 5k, k minus 4. So that simplifies to k minus 24, and then the bottom is 5k, k minus 4, right? And then you cannot do anything else, and that's it. That's the end of the problem, right? Most of these problems you need to factor, and then something cancels out, and you find common denominator, and they all the same, again, and again. So this is just practice. I cannot do practice for you. You have to do practice on your own, right? And sometimes you just see the problem, but you didn't even try, and you say, "Oh, I don't know how to do it," but you didn't even try. So you have to try. If you don't try, how you can tell if you can do it or not, right? Even though you do it wrong, that's not important. You need to do it by yourself. At least give it a try, right? Not just, "Oh, I don't know how to do it. I just look at it and I have no idea," right? You have to practice and attempt to make mistakes. That will help you learning. This is not a test. This is just for you to practice, right? So this and this. Now, this is a complex fraction. So you do the keep, chain, flip, right? So this is b squared over 2. And then you do keep. You change division into multiplication, and then you flip u over b. So this cancels out with 1b, right? And u over 2. That's it. That's what you need to do for this one. Here, same thing, right? I am lucky. This time I have common denominator. So this is m squared over 5 minus n. And then you flip, right? So this is 25 over n squared. So let's see what cancels out here. Well, nothing cancels out, right? So this is 125 minus 25n over m squared times n squared. That's it. That's because nothing simplifies there. Okay. Sometimes you can simplify, sometimes you cannot. And this is the last problem. So here, you need to find common denominator. What is common denominator? A minus 3, a minus 3. Then I need to multiply here a minus 5, a minus 5. Yes? The denominator, I'm lucky because I have the same denominator, right? So my denominator on the numerator is a minus 3, a minus 5, and I need to expand that, right? So this is going to be a minus 3 times ab, and then this is minus b squared a minus 5, and remember you need to distribute that negative, right? And then you can do keep chain flip, right? But before you do keep chain flip, you need to simplify this, right? So you can simplify this as one fraction. Let's keep it simple for now, right? So this is going to be a and then one fraction together. So this is going to be a minus 5, a plus a minus 5. So this is 2a minus 10 over a, that's the bottom. And then the top, I need to do something, right? So this is going to be a, well, I need to distribute this once first. So this is a squared b minus 3ab, right? Because I'm doing this times this and then times that, right? And then this is going to be negative. So if you multiply these two, that's going to be ab squared negative, right? So negative ab squared, and you need to multiply these two. Negative 5b, so that's going to be plus 5b squared. Okay, so let's see what we can simplify. I think this we can factor that out. So let's see if we can combine something, right? Let's see. Actually, you cannot do anything here, right? So that's gonna stay fixed as it is. So this is let's see. Okay. I mean, we can leave this like that, and then at the end we can see what we can simplify or not. So here is a squared b minus 3ab minus ab squared plus 5b squared. And then if we flip the fraction, we change division into multiplication, and we flip. So this is going to be a over 2a minus 10, right? Seems like nothing simplifies here, right? I mean, there's nothing you can do like other than expanding, right? So expanding these things together. So this is a cubed b minus 3a squared b minus a squared b squared plus 5ab squared. And then the denominator, again, this is expanding. You can do this thing first, right? So that's FOIL. You have to do FOIL here, FOIL, right? So first outer inner last. So this is a squared minus a plus 15, and you're multiplying the denominator, right? So you need to multiply this by this thing, right? So you need to keep expanding this further. So this is a cubed b minus 3. Basically, you need to write the numerator the same, right? OB, okay, and then you need to expand that twice. So that's gonna be a pain, a little, 3 times, right? So that's gonna be, let me do that here, and after that when we simplify it completely, then we put it in the denominator. So that's gonna be 2a cubed minus 16a squared, and then we have 38. And then for the other part, which is this part, this and all this, right? So we get negative 10a squared, negative 10a squared, and then we have 80a, and then we have negative 150, right? So this is negative 150. So you need to simplify that. You get 2a cubed, and this is negative 26a squared, and then this is 110a, and this is negative 150. So I have the same as them, right? I have the same thing. So this is the answer from the top, right? So they have a cubed b minus 3a squared b minus a squared b squared plus 5ab squared over 2a cubed minus 26a squared plus 110 A minus 150, and that's it. That's the answer. Thank you, and that's all the thing you need to review. Don't spend too much time on this. If you know how to do, like, I would say, like 5 of them, then that's fine. You don't need to do all of them. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.